One of the key demographic trends that we've been monitoring here in the United States over recent years has been the decline in the fertility rate. There are fewer children being born per females of childbearing age than we have seen in many recent years here in America. Our question is, does this represent a shift in attitudes, or a lot of younger Americans now of childbearing age saying, hey, we want to live without children, live our own lives without children, or is it a result of some other factors such as the economy? Well, to find out, we updated some measures that we had first asked back in 1990, assessing Americans' attitudes towards children, and the conclusion, the bottom line is there's been no change in Americans' attitudes towards children and fertility. We still have just about 5% of Americans from 18 all the way up to the 90s who say they don't want children or wish they hadn't had children. In other words, almost all Americans, well over 9 out of 10, are positive towards children. And look very carefully at what you're seeing in front of you there. That number has not changed from 1990 to 2003 to right now when we just re-upped it. So we can say that we do not see a change in attitudes towards children. What's happened, of course, is that there are fewer children being born, but it's not because of a shift in wanting children. Now, to measure that, we did follow up with an attitudinal question and ask Americans, why do you think people are not having as many children these days? Look at that. Over 6 out of 10 of the spontaneous responses said it has to do with the economy. And that's just as high among Americans who have children as those who do not, which leads us to conclude that it is the economy. The delays in childbearing, delays in fertility are a result of economic issues rather than some kind of big shift where young Americans are saying we don't want children anymore. Now, the implications of this are profound because we think we will see an uptick in childbearing as the economy improves, as some of our Gallup measures shows that it's improving. In fact, some recent data from the Census Department does confirm that the drop in the fertility rate is leveling off. So our data would suggest attitudinally there may be a pent-up demand for children out there on the part of the American public. We'll watch the birth rate in the months and years to come to see if that comes true. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.